Hey, wrestling fans. Brian Crazy here, F and True Wrestling. Back at you with TNA Impact from 5/5, 2011. Happy Cinco de Mayo for everybody who celebrates it. So, moving into TNA Impact, we start off with a Immortal promo. Then we move into Rob Van Dam and Sting coming down to the ring. The whole situation pretty much blows up. We see Fortune get involved. And we see Bobby Roode basically kind of become the front runner in the war against Immortal, so to speak. We see him basically say, "Hey, I'm Bobby Roode. I helped build this company, and the last 18 months, all you guys have done is take everything we've earned." And it pretty much sets the stage for looks like a future confrontation. Then we move into a Mexican America segment. We see Hernandez, Anarquia, Sarita, and the conveniently named Rosita all come out. They're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, and they call over the Spanish announce team, Hector Guerrero and Willie Urbina. And, they seem to be celebrating with Hector, and then they go over to Willie and they say, "Hey, you're not Mexican, you're Puerto Rican." And Hector goes, "Hey, what are you doing? We're all Latinos. What's the big deal here?" And I guess they made their message clear. It's not Latino America. It's Mexican America. And Hector just looked completely outraged. He stood his ground with Willie Urbina, and I guess that's about it for that segment. Then we move into Bully Ray and Gunner. They're taking on AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels of Fortune. Then post-match, I think, not even really discussing the match, jumping into post-match, this is where we see the hugest development. We see Dreamer come out, and it looks like Dreamer's going to take out Bully Ray, and then he takes out one of the Fortune guys. And I'm like, whoa, they just turned Dreamer heel. And I totally caught me off guard. I really wasn't anticipating that. But where has Dreamer's place really been since EV2 was split up? I got to see him at a house show in January, and it was phenomenal. He answered a Double J MMA challenge, and unfortunately wasn't successful. But they went off the stairs, ring bells, chairs. It was good. It was real good. And I guess Tommy Dreamer's tired of being on the sidelines, and he wants a piece of the immortal pie if that's what he feels like is going to bring him more success. And you could tell he was very conflicted about what he did, but go back a few months when he was part of EV2, there sure was a feud between them and Fortune that cannot be ignored. Those were some brutal matches we saw. We saw, Beer Money cutting open members of EV2 with chunks of glass from beer bottles. Just vicious, vicious stuff. So after that, we move into Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett in the ring. They call out Velvet Sky, trying to accuse Velvet of being Kurt Angle's quote-unquote mistress. Now, if you guys have read the spoilers, I'm not going to put the spoiler in this video, but there's a lot of speculation that Chyna is going to debut as his mistress. So, moving on, we end up seeing Kurt Angle come out, and basically we're going to see a big mixed tag match. But before Kurt Angle came out, we saw Winter and the drugged Angelina Love, and we did get confirmation that the storyline is that she is being drugged. We saw Winter giving Angelina Love some green pills. Didn't look like she swallowed them, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so this turns into a big mixed tag match we're going to see later on in the evening. Then we see some contention within the Immortal faction. We see Rob the Freak Terry and Murphy go at it. And I did notice Murphy's sporting a little bit of a new look, kind of got a beard going on, different hairstyle. I think it suits him much better. It does make him look more serious of a competitor. Whoever backstage, kind of urged him to do that, or if he did it at his own will, it was a good choice. I think it makes him look more serious of a competitor. It really made Rob Terry look like the babyface in this match, and it made Murphy look like he was out for blood. Then we go to a segment with Mickie James, Madison Rayne, and Tara. And basically, Madison Rayne wants a shot at the TNA Knockouts Championship. Mickie says that's no problem, but there's going to be something you're going to put on the line. You want this shot? I had to put on my hair on the line. You're going to put the contract with Tara on the line. If I win, she's free. And after the segment, Madison walked away after screaming at Tara, and Tara goes, "Thank you." She doesn't say it. She mouths it to Mickie James. And, she wants to be free. So I have a feeling that she's going to help tip the favor Mickie James' way in this contest at Sacrifice. Now, by the way, Sacrifice is only a little over a week away. So then we go into earlier in the night. I did miss this. Excuse me. We see Suicide and Sangriento, who is Suicide. If you guys know, is Christopher Daniels. Sangriento is the Amazing Red. I think they're trying to counter WWE with the Sin Cara character by introducing a luchador themselves. Amazing Red does have experience wrestling as a luchador, and I think he did quite impressive in this outing, his first major television outing as Sangriento. Then we see Kurt Angle and Velvet Sky. They pick up the win over Jeff Jarrett, Winter, and the drugged Angelina Love. Post-match, Kurt Angle says Velvet is not the mistress and she will be here next week. Like I said earlier in this video, I don't really want to spoil it for any of you guys, but there's a lot of speculation that is going to be the 9th wonder of the world, Chyna. If you guys aren't familiar with Chyna, she was a dominating force in the WWF at the time. She held the Intercontinental Championship, one of the only women ever to, if not the only ever woman to. I just don't want to, be wrong with that statement, but I believe she was the only woman to ever hold the Intercontinental Championship. And I think this is incredible things. I think this is TNA's way of countering Awesome Kong in a little bit of way. We need a dominating female in the division. And next week, there's going to be big changes. Network name is going to be announced. I know who that name is. If you guys want to know, check out the video. I don't want to spoil it yet again in this video for you guys. But, and also, the biggest thing coming out of the night, we see Bischoff and Hogan walking out. We see Hogan's car, and on the side of it, "You're next." Guys, if you've been following wrestling for as long as I have, there's only one man that ever said, "You're next." You know who I'm talking about. The man, the myth, the legend, the icon himself, Goldberg. Mr. I went 174-0. Without being defeated, and he was only defeated because Scott Hall interfered in that match with Starrcade 98 and hit him with a cattle prod, but that's besides the point as well. But guys, this is going to become an exciting few weeks in TNA. I have a feeling Sacrifice is looking to be huge. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I will catch you guys later with SmackDown.